Hey everybody, it's Bill here, and I've got the Stanley Quencher H2.0 tumbler. I think this is the second generation tumbler that they came out with not long ago. These are very popular right now. There was a big TikTok video about these that made these very hard to get. I went to every store in town and couldn't find one. Eventually, I had to get it at Amazon. So it was no, actually I got it at Dick's. So I got this from Dick's Sporting Goods online. It was $30 plus shipping and tax, which brought it up to like $42 for a cup. So, and I'm not against Stanley products because I use one of the Stanley thermoses for my coffee every day. So I know they work well, but I wanted to make sure this thing was worth all the fuss. And so I'm going to do some testing with it, and I'm going to compare it to the $12 Bubba Cup. And my wife and I have, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these, and they work really well for coffee in the morning especially. She uses them for ice water. So we're going to do some comparisons. Stay tuned. Okay, the first comparison I'm going to do is how leak proof they are. So if you were to knock one over, what would happen? So I think I know how this is going to go. I think the Stanley is probably going to win this. It's a lot tighter fit around the straw area. This is just a silicone straw that we use, and there's a big gap in here. So I think the Stanley's definitely going to win this one, but we'll start it like that, which is great. So here's the Bubba Cup. If you tip it over, you're losing all of your beverage. And here's the Stanley. Yeah, you're still losing some beverage, but not free flow like you would in the Bubba Cup. So it's going to limit the amount of spillage you get when you tip over the Stanley. And then with the Stanley, the straw comes out. You get just a little bit, and then I'm not really sure what this does. Oh, it also opens up like this so you can drink your coffee with it. And I bet turn it like that, still get a little bit of dripping there, but not much. So I think as far as spills go, the Stanley definitely wins. Okay, the next test is going to be cold liquid test. So I filled both of them up with ice. I'll fill them up with water to this mark on the Bubba Cup, this mark on the Stanley. I'll put the lids on. I'm going to leave both lids, well, I'm going to leave the lid open on the Stanley just because that's the only way the Bubba Cup comes. So the Bubba Cup will be on there like that, and it'll have that hole. The Stanley will be on there, and it'll have that hole. And we'll see which holds the cold liquid longer. I would say, definitely the Stanley has the advantage here because you can close this, so it'll hold in the cold longer. But we're going to try it and try to make it as even as possible. But the Stanley definitely has more features to allow it to hold water with ice longer. So I'm going to put ice water in them, and then I'll cut, and then I'll come back when the ice water is finally melted, which could be a day because I know these Bubba Cups will hold ice water for at least a day, 24 hours. So we'll see you soon. Okay, it's been exactly 24 hours since I put the ice water in the Bubba Cup and in the Stanley tumbler. And the Bubba Cup still has quite a bit of ice. It is 34 degrees. And the Stanley still has actually more ice. And it is 32 degrees exactly. And it's been 24 hours. It was 1:30 yesterday when I started this. And it is 1:30 today, and we're still going. So I don't know why you would ever need 24 hours worth of ice water in a cup, because you're probably going to drink it. But we're going to keep going and see how long these things will hold this. Okay, it's been about 32 hours, and the Bubba Cup finally ran out of ice. Down to 41, and we've still got plenty of ice in the Stanley. It's still 32, 33 degrees. So I will say that the Stanley will hold ice longer than the Bubba Cup. But the Bubba Cup still had ice at 24 hours. I don't know who's going to want to keep ice water cold or anything cold that long. But the Stanley definitely does a good job there. So definitely appreciate you watching. I'm also going to do a hot test on these two cups. So be sure and watch that. The link to that video will pop up at the end of this video. And I appreciate y'all. Be sure you subscribe and like. Thanks.